Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be showing you an overview and review of Brew by Pandasaurus Games. This is a worker placement
card
drafting game that we really enjoy playing. So we'll go over the overview first of rules and setup really briefly, and then we'll get into what we thought about the game. So you are trying to get the most victory points. Those could be in the form of these little tokens, or the victory points that are listed on the cards, which are in that same shape, green square with a number inside of it on the upper left and top of the cards, or upper right of the potions. You just look for that shape with a number, and that is the victory points you get at the end of the game for those cards if you have them in your Tableau. So basically you are starting out with a certain amount of dice that you will be placing in the forest or in the village to gather either creatures or items that you can use to make potions, or creatures they grant you with basically passive abilities that you can use throughout the game. We did play with the little companions, which are really cool. I'm assuming that's an expansion to the game that they added, since it's not in the original rulebook. The companions can be used once per turn. You just flip the card sideways to show it's exhausted, and you can use its ability once per round. Your characters also have abilities, but they do cost 1 energy berry to play those. And some of them, like mine, did have a passive ability, whereas I could have 1 more creature than the default, which is 3 creatures is the max that are trained. I was able to have 4. But each of them have their own ability as well that you can use throughout the game. You just have to spend that 1 energy berry to use that each round. So you start out with 4 forage dice. That's these in the different colors that are, they match basically the outfit that your character is wearing. And each player gets 2 of the white element dice. So you will be rolling, everyone simultaneously rolls. There are 6 dice at the beginning of the round. And then you will take turns, starting with the first player, who gets this first player token, placing 1 dice at a time. So you're basically drafting dice and choosing what action you want that dice to do. If you place it on one of the forest cards, depending on which one you place it on, you get to collect that item. So some of it are these little items that you can use to purchase potions. Some of them, it looks like a little bullhorn, allow you to choose any of the 4 face-up creatures that you can train. Basically, you're training the creature, and you're putting it over in your Tableau. The creatures, by default, are 1 victory point at the end of the game. However, if you manage to collect a forest in the same season as a creature that you released, and I'll go over that in just a second, it will be worth 3 victory points. And you can see I have, this one could be either the blue or purple. I released that creature that's in the blue season, and I was able to place him face down on top of that forest card, showing that he's worth 3 points. So I get points for both the forest card, I can't see the amount of points up there, which is 5, and the creature, which is 3. So those 2 combinations are worth 8 points at the end of the game. So you're constantly just placing your dice. They are rules for placing your dice. The forage dice have to match the same symbol on each forest card, unless you want to pay whatever item is showing. You would have to pay that same item or an energy berry to the supply to place a forage dice that doesn't match. You can also place your element dice. Those are basically wild in the forest. However, once they're on the forest, they don't belong to anyone, so they don't gain you any benefits as far as controlling the forest. They actually work against all the players when it comes down to seeing who controls that forest. But you do still get to collect the item that you place them on. There's certain ones that have abilities that allow you to place them on top of another dice, which cancels out that dice, and the element dice they control that space, and you get to do collect the item that you normally would if there was no dice there. The red one with the fire allows you to do that. The blue one with the water drop, you cannot place it on top of another dice. Only the red one can do that. However, if you place that one on a forest area, you double the item that you collect. So that's the ability that one allows. And then the wind one basically may be exchanged with one of your place forage dice in a forest, and then you return the forage dice back to your pool to use again. You don't change the face of it, you just return it back to your dice pool to draft. So it can get you an additional turn basically once everyone else is done with their dice, because you normally would get 6 turns per round. Each player, like I said, starts out with the 6 dice, their character. If you're using the companion, you would start with that. You start out with 1 energy berry, and then everything else you have to collect throughout the way. There are potions you can purchase. The purchase price is in the upper left corner. Tells you which items and how many you need for that. You can reserve those. There's spots in the village that allow you to reveal another potion and reserve a potion, which you would just put down in your tableau away from your other potions. There's no penalty if you don't purchase it. However, you don't get any points if it's reserved. You only get points for the ones that you actually brewed or drank. So you can, during your turn, you get to place your dice. You can do these in any order. You can drink or purchase a potion. When you purchase them, you pay the cost and you put them in your tableau. You do not have to drink them right away. You can drink them anytime during the game, or you can just never drink them and just leave them in your tableau for points. Either way, they're worth the same amount of points at the end of the game. Once you drink them, you just turn them upside down and kind of slide them under your character. The only reason they would go away is if you ran out of potion cards, if everyone was buying a lot of them, then you would, any that you've drank and turned upside down, you would collect everyone's, and they would actually get these little tokens here in exchange for the card to represent the victory points that card is worth. So you're not losing points, you're just, the card goes away so you can reshuffle and start a new potion deck again. The creature cards are sorted by season, turned face up, so they're always face up, and you're just grabbing the one off the top when you train a creature. They all have different abilities. Some of them are end of game, some are end of round. The end of round ones are really nice because they allow you to trade in your items for victory points. I use those a lot. Some of them get you victory points when you brew a potion. Some get you victory points when you train a new animal. So they're all
some of them give you abilities. 2. Like this one gives me 2 victory points for placing it.
Yeah, so that was a good one. As far as the village, I didn't go over that. These top 2 spaces, there could be any number of dice on there, and it doesn't matter what type of dice. It could be forage or element dice. They're basically, everyone can do these actions. Like this one here is gather any one ingredient, and this one is trade.
Collect a creature.
Oh, no, train any creature. So this is the day version of the board. You always start out with that side up. But each round, you will be flipping it over. So this would be the 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round. This is played over 4 rounds. And they're slightly different from day to night. The bottom 3, you have to have the matching element dice to use those. And you could see the little spaces on there. But the top 2 are always for anyone, and everyone could do it. The top ones on the night version is you can gather one of any ingredient. But the top one here allows you to reserve and reveal and reserve 1 potion. So that allows you to take advantage of that. If there's a potion you really want out there, but you don't have enough ingredients yet to buy it, and you don't want someone else to get it out from under you, you can reserve it to make sure you get it, because only you can purchase it at that moment. So I think I covered most of it.
Yeah.
So it's a really easy game to learn. It was we didn't have any trouble figuring out this game, and it goes fairly fast. We had a 3-player game, so of course that's going to take a little longer than a 2-player game. But I didn't feel it took that long. Did you? I don't know how.
No.
I wasn't really timing it, but we really enjoyed it. We never got bored of this game by any means. So
Yeah.
So what did you think, little guy?
I think it took a little longer because we did have a few distractions while we were playing the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the game?
I think the game takes about like 1 hour, 30 minutes.
No. It doesn't take that long.
It's like a 30-40 minute game.
Yeah.
Well, basically, the game's actually really fun. I really like the game, the characters, and also I like how you can make the potions. They give you different abilities, and I like these characters the most. These.
The creatures?
Yeah, they do different things. And also, I like them because you get lots of victory points. Like, I was just keep on getting victory points off of these, even though Amanda did win.
He's talking about his trained creatures.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't tell how you release them. You release them when you have the max amount of creatures allowed, and when you train another one, you have to choose one of them to release, and you would just put it over to the right side of your character. Or if you have a forest card you've collected, you could put it on a matching forest card. I forgot to say that. So what would you rate this game?
I would rate this game a 9 out of 10.
Pretty high.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to say about it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay, so I really like the game. I think it's very thematic. It flows very smoothly. It was easy to teach, learn, play. The market was easy to understand. Also, this village and the night, pretty much. And then also, I didn't utilize my characters as much as I should have. But there's your character's ability plus your pretty much your companion works very well together. But it allows you to just keep scoring a lot. The potions help quite a bit. So everything in the game pretty much flows smoothly and works well together. I do like the design, the illustration. So for me, I'm giving it like an 8 out of 10.
Another thing I like is the character illustrations are really cute.
Yeah.
The characters.
They are.
So, what did you think about the game?
I really enjoyed it. But I really like dice drafting type worker placement games like this, where it's a point salad where you're always working towards points in various ways. There's many paths to victory, I guess you could say. I like the games like that because it takes the luck out of it. Because I mean, there's a little luck in what you roll, but this game balances that out by adding the potions, the creatures, and there's ways for you to, of course, the element dice kind of help change things up a little bit. So they did a great job of balancing that to take away the luck, and the more you progress through the game, the less luck there is because you can manipulate things with the potions. The potions are very good. Quentin was very good at utilizing the potions more than us. I kept buying them, but I never used them. There is a lot that you can do in this game as far as between your character abilities, your creature abilities, and the potion abilities. And like Anthony said, he never used his character ability. It's very easy to...
Yeah, I used it towards the end once.
Yeah, it's easy to forget about some of those
I never
cool
used
things.
my character ability. And the part that's annoying about that was the passive. The first one, I only had one at the game, counts as 2, so I could have actually gotten 2 off instead of 1.
Yeah, so it's...
magical thing, whatever.
So
Berries.
It's easy to forget some of the abilities you have at your fingertips. But I'm assuming as you play this game more and more and more, you'll get more adept to that, and it'll become more second nature. But yeah, I feel this game was very well balanced in that way because I like push your luck games, but on games like this, you kind of want to have a little bit more control and ways to control the outcome more than just a roll of the dice. So that's what I think makes this game so great. I would definitely give this game an 8. I would play it again, and we really enjoyed playing it as a family. And Quentin and I were 2 points apart. I thought we tied at first.
How many points was Anthony?
Oh, he was way down. He wasn't even.
Well, I was
close.
distracted. I was doing some other stuff.
Yeah, he wasn't fully paying attention when he was playing. So.
Yeah, he was. I would say he was more focused on doing something else than actually the game.
Right. But Quentin and I were neck and neck, and I had no idea who was going to win. Even when I was counting the points, I thought we tied at first, but then I recounted him and realized I beat him out by 2 points, and it was literally down to this one card that I got on my last turn. I really didn't have anything to do. I was like, I don't really know what I could do, and I trained a creature, and it gave me 2 victory points for collecting a certain type season of forest card, which I already had the majority on. So it was that's what got me the game. And I didn't go over about the majority. Basically, it's very easy. Whoever has the most dice on a forest wins the majority. These no one owns, so this one would not win even though it's the only player dice because there's 2 of the white dice. So it doesn't matter if it's the element dice or your player's color dice. Just basically whoever has the most dice wins that forest. So in this instance, these 2 would be discarded. No one won them. In this instance, no one won either because you're tied with the element dice. So in this round, if this was a real round, the only person that would get a forest card would be the one that owns these dice right here because they have majority. I forgot to go over that when I was explaining it, but very easy game to understand. It would be a really easy one to teach.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
So I don't really have anything else to say. Do you guys have anything else to add? So thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. We will put the link in the description so you can check it out for yourself. Hopefully this video helped you to decide if this is a game you might want to add to your collection. I would highly suggest giving it a good look if you like these type games, because we play a lot of games. And we're pretty picky on games now, and we really enjoy playing this game. So I would highly recommend this game if it's something you think might interest you. Please give this video a like. Feel free to leave a comment. We'll get to that as soon as we can. If you're not already, please subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to seeing you next time.